on now. Yeah.
Okay, let's refresh it.
The stream is active. Let's do a quick. Yeah, that's live. It's live. Fantastic. So what we're doing is picking up where we left off. So we're trying to get to the Ara. To be fair, I could always do an insanity run separately, couldn't I?
Use all the aliens. Didn't we do that yesterday?
Well, not yet. That's the plan. We're going to introduce them all. There you go. See, you know, in Mass Effect 1, you can tell when it's an actual mission when it puts an image up. You can. So we know Therum is where I need to go. So anything I need to do, I can get out of these planets in the meantime. What about you? I can survey you. Gas deposit. Okay. Anything in the here? No. Alright, cool. Let's go over to Therum. There it is.
Right, can your ship fly directly to it, or do you have to go around all the moons and everything?
It can fly directly to it. But let's take these two. Let's go for a hot drop. So there should be gas there. Anything?
Man, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange. Like
Joker, it's just my TV playing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Underground complex, a few clicks away from the drop zone.
You have to learn Braille if there's only death there.
True. I just watched a video before where apparently airlines in Japan, they actually mark out if there's going to be a baby in the seat that the person's booked, so that people are aware of that, like, ahead of time. And I thought, you know what, that's a really good idea. Let's people know ahead of time, hey, there's a small person here, you know, let's sort it out. Yeah, because then you can effectively go, alright, okay, cool. Yeah, alright, I understand that kid is potentially going to be going, wah. Oh, it's not showing. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. So the Geth are here, so where? Oh, I hear them. There they are. Geth dropship. Oh, Geth. Armatures. Not what I want to see. Actually, what am I doing?
Oh, come on.
Hey, look, you just shot your own teammate. Nice. Problem I've got with these guys is I need to then be able to deal with them, like when I'm out of the makeup, because it is one of those things that does happen. Oh, saved. Okay.
Only a fool punches a gnat that can come out. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Ooh, hello. Alright. I actually have never heard Rex say that there was a way around this. I usually just punch through. I took a hit. That actually is easier. Balls. Hey lads. Oh, dear me. So, I put a poll up on the channel, I did, the other day, and it is all relating to what Pokemon game people might like to see played. And I'm trying...
Yeah.
So originally I was originally playing Pokemon Yellow on my phone. And if I'm truly honest, I lost the save
Are you
file.
trying to kill that thing off, or you just...
A little bit both. So I originally played it on. I was originally playing it, and
Yeah.
I lost the. I ended up losing my save game.
Good.
No, I lost my save game basically. So because I was just doing it like the in between I was, and effectively. Oh, hello. F Rocket Trooper. Nice to see them around. Easy to corrupt. Ooh. Some new gear. Okay. Get control. We've already got past it, so let's get some upgrades going on the squad's equipment. We'll up the squad a little bit. Soldier, Spectre trainers on rifles. Right, what is the next one on here? Advanced Unity restores dead squad mates with 40% health and 75% shield. Hello, we'll take that. Also update first aid, so that should be fine. Let's have on Garrus, and we'll up his tactical armor. Yeah, so you can equip medium. And then let's have Rex. We've just got heavy armor for Rex, so let's get him up to there. Rex is a biotic, so having him able to use warp would be a really good idea. And Barry is a good idea as well. So let's go to equipment. And what have I got? Ooh, look at that Avenger 2. Accuracy is shocking, but everything else on it's not bad. I'm gonna keep with what I have on that, that's fine. Scimitar 2. Let's do the upgrade off that one. Max it. Oh, hold on.
Well, Darla shouldn't be going around with thugs, and she wouldn't have died.
Darla. On.
Just rescued Nick from the vault.
Ah, okay. Do like Nick. He's fun.
Vault 114.
Triple one. Okay, hold on. Do I have better armor? Ooh. That's slightly less shields, but better body armor. That probably is a better option. Yeah, we'll take that. While I'm here, what other things on your first aid, weave. Okay. Got bonuses to shield, so let's take the shield battery back. Helps my shields by more. Let's switch to Garrus. Right. Garrus, ooh, light armor. Tech biotics, shields, damage. Let's switch him into that one. Very dapper Garrus. Let's give him the one that has slightly less accuracy. And let's give him armor piercing rounds, because we are literally about to. We're going to deal with the improved sighting. Yeah, we'll let you keep that because you are a sniper. I think you're okay on them. The edge one. The guns in Mass Effect 2 are funner. I enjoy them. Two seconds while I quickly get a drink. Completely forgot to bring one before. 2 seconds. Look at Rex in his new yellow armor.
Tie the kangaroo down, boy. Tie the kangaroo down.
Right, I'm back. Oh, so what was it? So yeah, done a lot of planting today. Not really gone out. Went to what was it? Had a little walk around the estate with my mum. That was good. And then my mum's been doing a lot of her first aid course. So that's
Oh, so
been
you've been resusciani?
no. She's got this. She's got the online component to do. So I'm like, okay. So she's been using my personal computer. So that's been alright.
So you've been helping your mum do her first aid?
No, I just let her use my PC. But
Oh, you've got to let her do bandager and stuff like that. That's how you learn.
she's
Theory's okay, but
she's got a
you
practical
need to know
one.
practical.
Yeah. No, she's got a practical one she has to do. Like next week. She does, so that's all good. I'm just giving these guys like random like bullets. So let's just do a quick save. Okay. So I don't need to go that way. There's the maker. So let's get in that. Oh. Speaking of which, I need to get through this door. Because I might have something I need to do. Okay, level terrain, I get it. There we go. What's that? Ooh. I think I hadn't noticed before. Cool. Sound. Ooh. Interesting. Full overheat, and I have no shields. Great.
But you have no shields.
My there you go, they're back on. It was to do with the fact that Geth Trooper got a lucky shot.
A lucky shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky shot. You got a good angle on me. Ooh. Hello.
I'm just watching this 3D print doing now, and it's 23 hours
Oh wow.
left to do. Been doing it for 4 hours already.
What you been?
Hopefully, it's the final part of the drinks holder on the armrest.
Oh, cool. You found a potential way to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Cool.
redesigned it all.
Hmm.
Also, it's going on the inside of the arm this time, so the outside of the arm.
Hmm.
So it's going to be harder for it to catch the door frame.
Oh,
That
hello.
robot thing.
Yeah, these are all guy. Oh.
Seems like you're going into heavy resistance there.
Oh yeah, I am. These, and that's a Get Colossus, which is it's more thingy. There you go. Yeah, it is
How
definitely heavy
often can you
resistance.
shoot?
I can shoot relatively quickly. Like the gun reloads fast, and the machine gun's okay. My drink while I'm driving. I'm drinking and driving. Don't worry. Meow. I'm slightly drunk. No. Rocket troopers.
Only drink soda.
Yeah, I'll drinking soda. Oh dear.
For the American market.
Yeah. Just have a look over here. Okay. Interesting. 2 seconds. Check. Probably have a new message I'm doing. No. Oh, good gosh. I did some
Having a
work.
rough day?
It's just taking a minute. I've got my food, so just sorting out.
Sound like you've ran a marathon.
Nah, I had a really hot bath before though. That I find that's like the only way to like calm down like when I've got nerve damage that acts up under my right leg, under my right knee.
I found nothing that does mine. I hate feeling like I've beat myself.
What with your bladder?
Yeah, well, I get top of my legs. I get the feeling of warm running water.
Okay.
So like you feed yourself, you know, it goes down your legs.
Mhm.
I have that feeling all the time. So I have to keep on checking my legs to see whether
I'm jammed.
the catheters come out or something like that, or a bypass.
Ah.
But it's not. It's the nerve damage.
Do you not
The lower. Go on.
like the only time I've ever experienced that is when my oxybutynin levels were not as good as they should be. Like,
Yeah.
could they not like up your meds again?
No. It's one of them. They keep on dropping me meds because the government changes the legislation how much morphine you should have in your body.
I think that's silly. Oh. Genuinely, I think it's silly. I think realistically, it should be dependent on who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for the likes of me, I should need less than capacity yourself. I'm drowned. Shit.
The thing is, the government said you can only have this amount of morphine.
Could we?
Right.
Are we potentially dealing with a shortage?
I don't know. But you put it out to all doctors. Some doctors are following the rules.
Yeah.
On my doctor. And some doctors are ignoring the new rules.
Don't blame them.
But I'm not a stick.
No.
No, I'm a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who giving me morphine's like giving me paracetamol.
Hmm.
I mean, the pack would give me 30 micrograms per hour. Goes up on one another. You know, so
Yeah.
keeps
Have
the
you
level
ever-
of morphine.
You ever pre-gabbling?
Monk pre-gabbling.
Yeah. Home. Yeah? Okay. Alphasaurus, what are you doing? Yeah, no, it's the only one I really know. But like,
I'm on quite a high dose of pre-gabbling.
okay. Yeah. I think that's the thing with doctors at the moment. I think a lot of them I think a lot of them have good intentions, but I think sometimes there's some who you just think, hold on a minute. Hey, the book is not always the right thing to do.
Yeah. I think it should be up to the individual and how they dealing with the pain.
Hmm. Obviously,
So-
doctor lad, but yeah, they should have options. To
Well,
go,
yeah.
so-
Well, I was on 70 micrograms of morphine patch. And then they dropped it down to like 50, then 40, then 30.
I'm in danger.
Never. Been shot from behind by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Target not acquired.
Shields disabled.
An achievement. First aid specialist. Skill boost. That. So shut up. Oh, chemical rounds do work. Hello. Oh, that's not good. No.
Good as new.
Target not acquired.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Target in sight.
Bloody hell's that stalker? Switch snipers. Alright, you two are out.
I don't want to be out.
I don't want it. Bloody hell, I think it's not back up yet. Right, activate Unity. Throw a warp at it. That went wrong. Okay. You go that. I go this. You do that.
Bloody hell. Fell asleep.
What, from the gunfight?
No, it's following Hogmeat.
Right. Wait, dickhead. Bastard.
All clear.
Oh, it might be
You
all
give him a headache anyway.
definitely. Oh, if you got some decent gear though. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, it's a bit silly. I do think like if your previous amount was doing the job, then and
Well, I
particularly
wasn't out of pain, but I was comfortable.
you could manage it.
Yeah. I could do more work outside. I could do more work as a. I could be more productive. I still couldn't work, but
Charging up.
You
at
were
least
in
I
a
was able to.
you're in a comfortable position to live your life.
Yeah, I wasn't struggling.
Yeah, which is silly. You shouldn't be struggling with it. I do feel with you with the likes of yourself, I think they should basically like review it and go, okay, yeah, Rich needs more support than the average person would need in this scenario. Yeah.
We got them all, Shepard.
And then they can adjust it for you, can't they?
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Hostile spotted.
Oh, bloody hell.
Got this. Things are even a thing.
At the moment.
So in like Mass Effect 2, all the guns are better to use. So yeah, this is.
How come there's such a difference? Is this like a beginner's level?
So this is like this. So this is the first game, and there's like time in between. So they switched to it. They switched so that you could have interchangeable heat sinks. So like this one, you have one heat sink. Yeah, so it's a bit better. The gunplay is better than the other ones. Liara, what are you doing in there?
Please?
No, I can't be bothered.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Nope.
Oh, what?
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
just how she's like
What
trapped.
happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need
Who's
you to
that
get
in
me
there?
out of it, all right?
That is Liara. She's the person I need
Your
to.
mother is working with Sid.
I need
Whose side
Okay.
are you on?
Yeah, need to
I am
recruit
not
her.
on anybody's side. I may
But
be
isn't
the
she in a
mystic daughter,
bubble?
But I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
I'll get you out, Liara, but like I just need
How
to.
did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I
Oh, I've
must have hit
messaged
something I wasn't
EcoFlap
supposed to.
on
I
Mass
was
just
trapped in there.
to
You must get me out.
just to ask them like what their like if we were to like could we install the system from them in the house without needing
We'll find someone to help you.
There is a
like
control
electrician.
room to deactivate
yeah,
the
solar
system.
and all that
You'll
jazz.
have to find some way past
Yeah.
the barrier curtain.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. The defenses
Because they've
can be
got
shut
they've
off
just
from the
released
outside. I
home
don't know
home
how to
systems.
get in
They have.
here. Be careful.
Yeah.
There is a crow
So-
with the Geth.
Well, the
I have
law's
been trying different
changing
ways to get
this
past the
year.
barrier.
Oh, is it?
So you can put plug and play in.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, why? Hold on. Why are we dealing with all these things when?
Well, every other European nation has the ability to use plug and play.
Yeah.
So you can plug in solar panels if you want solar panels. You can just use tariff rated. So fill up on cheap electricity overnight, and then use the battery when it's the most expensive.
Oh yeah, like what?
Um,
Like what we like. Well, I explained the situation where we have, where we have
a
where.
grid tied.
Yeah. So I basically explained in the email that we're on a rent a roof scheme, and that basically we can't add a battery to the system due to what they're saying. So we're looking at ways to get past it, and basically just said, could we do it without that?
Put a
And then-
separate system.
yeah, well, would be an idea. But it's just getting that sort of stuff done. Get Liara out. So get the loot.
Yeah, but now you're getting plug and play ones, which you just plug into the mains, and it does like anywhere between 40 to 400 watts an hour on your main. I think it even does kilowatts, but not. It helps bring your bill down, but not by greatly.
Ah, okay. Enter override sequence. Okay. AXBX. No. AXBA. AXBY. Right. AXBY. B? No. My days. Remember this being annoying when I was younger. Right. AXBY. Tried B last time, did A. Let's do Y. No, so Y doesn't work. Okay. So let's try X. Oh, okay. Worked then. Ooh, Liara, you can get the fuck out of here. This is why I have crushes on Asari. They're just fit. They're just fit.
Oh, aye.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Here's the aura. Hello. Hello, Tiger.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior
We
firepower.
blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
So that she's basically been trapped in a Prothean site. She has. So Protheans are the people who came before us.
Any idea how we get out
What
of
do you mean
this
come
place?
before us?
There is an
An alien
elevator back in the
race,
center of
or...
the tower.
Yeah.
At least
They're the
I
race
think
before
it's
us
an elevator.
in the game.
It should take us out of here. Come on.
They are.
Right.
So there's different
I still cannot believe all this.
things.
Why
So
would
like the
Geth come after me?
Protheans were
Do you think
like
Benez
the
is
Protheans became
Saren's looking
extinct
for
really
Tom.
quick out of
You're a
nowhere,
Prothean expert.
but it was to do with the
Obviously, he wants you to
Reapers
help him find it.
The
and
Hunters, but I don't
the
know.
Reapers.
yeah, the Reapers.
What the hell was that?
I'm under attack.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Yeah. So we're
We
gonna
have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
I like Joker. The problem is, I'm about to go like close combat with Krogans, which I can deal with, but I'm just wondering where they are. 'Cause I can't remember when the attack happens. Ah, a Krogan Battlemaster. He'll die first.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants.
Oh, does
Does
it?
he want the doctor?
So he wants the doctor because her mother is actually working with him, and effectively it's like good bribery to keep Benezia on side. It is. Yeah.
Why is he the baddie?
Yes, Saren is the baddie. This guy's a baddie that we're fighting. But Saren is working with the Reapers. He is. And effectively what he wants to do is allow the Reapers to come into our world a little bit more. So like, there's only one in here at the moment. There is. And they're like crazy big battleships. They are. But they're sentient. But they have all these different powers they do. So like, they can they change things over. And like anytime, like so the Reapers get released in cycles. They do to like commit genocide. against the racers at the time, and then they create more Reaper ships off the back of the people that were there. So like they would create a human Reaper if they get the chance. But then they've got Prothean Reapers, whatever. So they're really crazy there. There's the Normandy. God. So it is crazy.
What are they running for?
The whole
Too
mine
close,
was going to
Commander. 10
explode.
more seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors
Right, Joker,
and
shut the
melt our
fuck up.
hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years
So
trying to figure out what happened to
effectively, they don't know what happened to the Protheans at this point. Obviously, I know because I've played the game. But the Reapers destroyed them.
Just how old
And
are
she's
you
50 years. She's 50.
I
Oh, hold
hate
on.
to admit it,
Oh, she's
but I'm only
106.
106.
Damn.
Who is?
I hope I look
The Ara, the
my
one,
age.
the blue alien.
Blue one.
Mhm.
The one you've got a crush on.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Easy. More than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
What did you
Did
learn?
your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved.
Yeah. So
It
effectively,
is like
the
someone
Reapers
came along after the Protheans were gone
went and got rid
cleansed
of
the galaxy of
as
clues.
much
But here
of
is the incredible
knowledge
part.
of the Protheans as
According to my
possible.
findings, the Protheans were not the
Um,
first galactic civilization to mysteriously
Yeah,
vanish.
she's
This
just
cycle
saying
began
there's different
long before
cycles.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific
to
thing
turn
to
that
prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
So one of the other things is that you find out later is why was the humans, the Krogans, the Asari, all that? Why were they spared? Because they were around at that time period when the Protheans were genocided, and basically it was because the Protheans protected them. They basically wiped all data to say these guys are doing their own thing, and also they were too younger species for the Reapers to genocide them. The Reapers like to let something get to the apex of its power, and then wipe it out.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
So that's why they
The
run
galaxy
in
is built on a
cycles.
cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive.
Which is what they're saying.
The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared.
Yeah, spoiler
I have
alert,
dedicated my
the
life
mass
to
relays
figuring out
and
why.
the Citadel are actually Reaper technology. But they don't know that at this point.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged
They've
Prothean
written
beacon
a
on
whole
Eden
book
Prime.
about these.
It burned a vision into
Oh,
my
it's
brain.
crazy. The level of detail that goes into Mass Effect is fantastic. There's even like a whole codex area. So say these guys talk about something and you don't understand what they mean at the moment, you can go to the codex, look for the entry in the codex, and there's actually like a narrator that talks about it to you, like they're giving you a lecture. Yeah, which is really cool.
Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
True.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept?
Never noticed that
Dr.
before.
Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental
In
exhaustion,
Fort
coupled with the shock of discovering
Hagen,
the Protheans'
Yeah.
true fate. I need
there's a
some time to
picture
process
of
all this.
Napoleon on a
Still, it
prancing
could not hurt
horse.
to be
Do you want to know the
examined
funny
by
thing about that?
It will give me the chance
It's not
to
it's not
think
Napoleon.
things over.
It is
Who is it?
It is a guy called Todd Howard, who is the lead director at Bethesda, who makes the games. So
Right.
So if you look at his face,
So why
that's
has he got Napoleon's colours
We can
on?
talk again after you've seen
what
the
he
doctor.
wanted to do.
Dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Okay.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Okay, now I report to the council.
So he wants to be drawn as Napoleon.
Yeah.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
The
Liara's
prancing
on our
horse
side.
in
The Geth were
the
trying
middle
to
of
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
It was.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
how can killing his wife be a regrettable accident?
And yeah, this is the thing I don't understand with them, but yeah. Right, we did do all the talking before, but we had a glitch, so I kind of need to go around and talk to people again. What they always say for you to do is, after every mission, go talk to everyone, because there's different conversations to have, or like you build up that that knowledge of them. So like the likes of Navigator Presley, I only really need to talk to him now, because I haven't talked to him yet. But he doesn't really have any additional knowledge and stuff.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus.
Apart from which way the ship's facing.
True.
Speak freely, Presley.
But I really like how deep
It's not
this
that
world is. It's a fantastic world
Humanity has
to
always
just
handled
escape
its
to.
own problems. Saren
It is.
attacked one of our problems. We should be the ones to stop him.
Yeah.
We need their help.
You do need help.
Some people think
Then
asking for
turning.
help is a sign of
This is what I mean. I
That's just
agree.
being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess
Wise
so.
words.
Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Good.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander.
Yeah. So literally, like, so he's referring to the Blitz, and my character is classed as a war hero for what she did during the Blitz, and the Blitz effectively was a species called the Batarians were attacking this world. She happened to be on the world at the time, and as the local defenses failed, she held the line single-handedly. So that's why she's referred to as a
commission after Elysium.
That's why she's referred to as the Blitz. It's kind of cool. But then you could also have Earthbound, Earthborn. You could have there's so many different options you can have in this game. It's fantastic. You can build many different ones.
I prefer gold to silver, for my medal.
Oh, you want a medal? Okay.
Recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal,
what does you want medal for?
For like doing the amount of fancy flying you did.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby.
That's
no worth that.
Bad beard either.
Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
What's she doing steering the ship?
Nah. Well, some of the cutscenes later on, Joker does some fucking fancy flying. He does it just to get out of some shit. Particularly when like the next ones come up as well. Like he comes at there's at least one scene where he comes in having to do close fire support, and it's just insane.
Well, I'll tell you the
It's
same
fantastic.
thing I told the captain. You want me
Why?
as your pilot.
Just the visuals are just fantastic to watch.
I'm the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What disease?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know?
No, didn't know.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah,
I was
right.
just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors.
He was saying that.
They all got their asses kicked by the kid with the creaky little legs.
Yeah.
One gets you smiling at graduation.
So smiling doesn't get you. Doesn't get you to where you need to be. It's hard work, and I'm like, it does help though.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived.
Depends where you want to be, though, doesn't it?
Luckily for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
How do you do your job? I'm not even going to say that because I know how he does his job.
Alright.
He does his job bloody well. But you know how I was saying about there's a codex? If you go here,
yeah,
and like basically, so you talk about council races. If you want to learn about the Asari, you can go through it, and like it has a whole thing about it. The Solarians, the Taurians. You got the extinct races to the Protheans. Non-council races to the Batarians who did the attack that my character held off. The Elcor, the Geth. So much detail. You can literally sit here and listen to an entire, effectively an entire like lecture on it and just be like, oh, okay, so now I know who I'm talking about.
Carry on, Presley.
Or now I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
It's fun. Well, it's fun for me anyway. Alright, let's go talk to
That's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's go
If you
talk-
like something,
Yes,
you might as
Commander?
well.
Is there something you need?
Yeah.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I like Dr.
How'd you end up
Chakwas.
serving
She's
on an alliance
fantastic
ship?
as a
I enlisted
character.
right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too
Yes.
safe, too secure.
She's always
I figured the
interesting.
colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Yeah, she has a she like
go.
Mother's
Goodbye,
Joker a little bit as well. She does,
Right?
so she's nice. Here's Liara. I'm not gonna romance Liara because I've done it that many times.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari
To get hot and
physiology.
steamy.
You're in good hands.
Oh yeah. There's
Chakwas
some hot and steamy options. I can
I
tell you
never
that now.
properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
What?
Joking?
She's
Oh, my goddess.
she's just
How could I
panicking
be
about
so dense?
me joking.
You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
No, but it's
Now
fine.
you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I do like Liara. She's fun.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
So one of the things that can
I'd love to
happen
know
with the
more about the
Reapers is they have this thing called
We were the first
indoctrination,
species to discover
which
the
basically
Citadel.
just gets into
We
your
were
head
instrumental
and
in forming the
switches
council,
what you look
and
at.
we always strive to be the voice
They are.
of peaceful
Right.
cooperation
It's
in
like
galactic disputes.
mind
My
control.
people believe
Yeah.
we are all part of a single galactic community.
So,
Each species contributes something
but
to
it's
the
really
greater
difficult to
whole.
get
Although we
to
seek
get yourself off it.
understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How do they deal with that?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Ah, right, okay, I've just double checked. Right, so the only options I have for romancing a partner is Liara or Caden Alenka, who's the lieutenant. Those are the only options I have. Which is this guy.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction.
Right, okay.
Can't get backup from the council.
Yeah, can't. Those are the only two I can do on.
There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
On this.
On this one, anyway.
Playthrough.
Yeah, on this. On Mass Effect 1.
Human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny. We finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled, and the residents don't even seem impressed by the view or the dangers.
well, you're a romantic. Did you sign up for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Sorry. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Yeah, I might go for Caden. Not actually.
You haven't done him yet.
Yeah, I haven't done him.
Tell me about it.
Can I always pick the hour up at another point.
Didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is uncommon.
Why didn't you do both together?
You can actually pursue both, and then they come to a confrontation, and like you can say about a three-way, and the human character always backs off. Like, oh dear.
Which human character backs off?
It's either Caden or actually, a few of the bloke.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
Why?
My mother was downwind.
I don't know. It's just one of the things they say.
A little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
Boring.
It was around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right?
How past the warranty
What's it
date
like?
must you be?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I wanted to get to know you a little better, that's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, man. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Damn. Man, the man's looking for, some, putang.
Some what?
Some putang. I think, I don't know, I heard that once before. Something that, some pussy. Saying some weird shit. Oh, dear. Alright. See, I know you could romance Garrus at some point, and that's what my initial plan was.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
There's some good romance
The
then.
rules are there for a reason.
Yeah, there's always some good options.
But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Alright, got you sorted. What is Ashley up to?
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies, at least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems.
Respect.
Engines, sensors, weapons.
Yeah.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Oh, I killed the convo too quick. Oh, dear.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You know what? Fuck yeah, I can't be asked. Yeah,
Don't tell me
it's
you
fine.
haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Ashley's
Well,
fun
there
to
was this
do.
one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, they tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay.
Are
Extinction.
people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger.
I feel bad. Like, Ashley was like asking a decent question, and then I just remembered. Oh yeah, this is a character in a game. Chill. I've played this this character. I've played Shepard as a bloke for so long. It's odd to play it the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, go on.
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander.
You don't want to talk.
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to teasing, good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Alright, let's get some conversation in with Tally and Engineer Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Fill me in on the IES
Yeah,
stealth
I know the
system.
feeling. I
How does it
think
work
I'm going to
exactly?
call it a night in a sec.
Don't blame you.
Too much heat and radiation.
Don't blame me one bit.
Unless you find a way
That
to
doesn't
capture
no doubt.
these emissions.
So
our
it's
stealth
one of those
system
things,
traps
isn't
the
it,
energy we give
this
off
week?
in storage sinks built into the ship
Mm.
itself.
I spent all yesterday throwing up.
Eventually, the
That's not good.
more than a few
Any idea
hours
why?
spent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Yeah, the
There's no way for anyone to
diabetes
detect us?
medication.
Visual scan can still pick us up.
It may,
Anyone looking out a window can see
didn't
us
work
plain as
right,
day.
or
But
was
yet
it a
people
side
require
effect?
Well,
of
I've
it?
just
an actual visual out in
It's a
space.
side effect of it.
Most vessels rely
But
on
usually
scanners. As long as the
put on
stealth
it
systems aren't
gently.
engaged, they can't see us.
I've been off
Unless we
since
accelerate to
Christmas.
FTL speeds.
Right, so they had to give you
Why
it
doesn't it work
hard,
faster than light
effectively.
Cranking up the FTL
Well,
boosts
so,
our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too
um,
high to capture in the sinks.
I'm
As soon as
on
we
1
make the jump,
milligram
it's like
of it,
setting off a flare.
and it's
Sensors can pick up our location.
makes
whenever
you
we
feel
enter or exit
sick.
FTL flight.
Actually
Short-range
sick.
missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got
But,
only one.
yeah,
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive
Oh,
core
yeah.
like this before.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Shattered.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla.
I think I'll finish in the memory den and then come off.
One of the most advanced
Yeah,
vessels in
sounds
female
good.
space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along.
You got work tomorrow?
I do.
Dream come true for me.
I do. I've got to get back into it.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
Yeah.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives, but in theory we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I should go.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, well that is all those guys picked back up. So we don't have to worry about, hey, I forgot to talk to people again. And I am in work tomorrow, so let's get me over to the ship area. What are we able to do? At the moment.
Yeah, I'm just... What
am I able to do now?
I'm gonna say good night.
Good night. Enjoy. Have a good rest.
I'm gonna try and go straight to bed.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you one bit.
Hey, good night.
Good night. We'll head ourselves over here. So next time we're playing this, we are investigating Hades Gamma Sector. So if you're new around here, hit the like, comment, subscribe, do yourself a favor, and make sure you ding dong that bell. And I will see you next time. So good night, God bless.